Today we're going to play around with the Echoplex Preamp to see how it affected Eddie's tone. Let's do this. Howdy everybody, welcome back to Decoding EVH. This is a show where I experiment with my gear to find out where that absolutely amazing tone that Eddie Van Halen had actually came from. Today I'm going to be experimenting with the Echoplex Preamp, and I actually have two different versions of the Echoplex Preamp. Firstly, this is my Echoplex pedal. I actually built it from a kit many years ago. It's all hand wired inside, looks pretty cool inside, but I actually used this one today. This is my Catalinbread Belle Epoch delay pedal. It is an Echoplex emulation pedal, but it has a nice little switch inside where when you turn it on, the preamp is always on. So this works really, really well also. I love the sound of both of them, but hey, I picked this one today because it rocks. Yeah. Now, Decoding EVH isn't about chasing the exact brown sound. It's about experimentation and trying to find out how all of these elements actually interacted to create that wonderful brown sound that, hey, we're still all chasing, right? It's Eddie's brown sound. Why would we not chase that tone? Everybody should chase that tone at some point in time because it changed history, didn't it? Alrighty, I'm gonna walk you through my gear first of all, and then I will explain how we're gonna do this because it's gonna be really cool today. Alrighty, today I'm going to be using my custom Frankenstrat guitar. I love this guitar. I built it like 5 years ago now. I've had it in the studio for 5 years. It's an amazing, amazing guitar, this one. The pickup in here is very special. It was upgraded today. This was actually sent over by my very good friend Richard Beardsley. It is a Pariah Pasadena white pickup. A huge, huge thank you to Richard for sending this over. It is an absolutely fantastic pickup. PAF style, so it's around 9K resistance, so not super hot, but does the Van Halen thing. It's basically the pickup which was apparently in Eddie's guitar at the time, or modeled on that anyways. So yeah, lower output pickup, but man, this sounds so good. And a huge thank you again to Richard for sending this over. So kind of him to do that, and I love this pickup. Alrighty, from there I am plugged directly into my Catalinbread Belle Epoch pedal. Now you won't see the light on the pedal. I can actually turn it on, but that actually turns the delay on. But it actually has a switch inside where you can switch the preamp on all the time, which is exactly what I've done. So when I plug in my guitar into this, it goes through the preamp, then it goes through to my amp. So from here I'm actually going into my absolutely awesome KHE amp switcher. This actually selects all of my amps. My Plexi actually lives on switch number 1 because, hey, it's my Plexi. It needs to live on switch number 1. But this is an amazing piece of kit. It basically routes the signal to my amplifier, which we're going to look at now. Yay! We are using my Maverick JP69 amplifier today. This is a 50 watt Plexi style amplifier which I built from a kit. It has actually been kitted out with all the same resistor and capacitor specs as Eddie's amp. Yeah, I've done all of the mods to this. It actually has the fat cap, which is switchable here in 2 positions. Position number 1 is the fat cap which Eddie had in his amp. The mid control is a 50K pot instead of a 25K pot, just like on Eddie's amp. And even the resistors in the first gain stage have been changed to match those in Eddie's amp. I also changed over the negative feedback feed from the 8 ohms tap to the 4 ohm tap, just like in Eddie's amp. So this is as close as I can get to the Eddie spec amp, and it sounds amazing. And the power tubes in the amp, which you can just see over there, are 6 CA7 tubes instead of EL34s. Those are the tubes which Eddie used to use in his amp. Also, there's a Mullard preamp tube in position 1 and 2 GE tubes, which I really like the sound of in this amplifier. So there you go. That's all of the gear that I'm going to be using today. Pretty simple setup, but hey, we're experimenting more with this thing today. Yeah, we want to find out what this does to the tone, right? Let's do it. Alrighty, that's all of my gear for today. I'm going to give a massive shout out to my buddy Rich Beardsley again for this amazing pickup, which is in Frankenstrat right now. It is such an amazing sounding pickup and so responsive. It's that whole classic path thing, but Eddie Van Halen style, right? That's what we like. Alrighty, how I'm going to do this today is instead of just 2 tracks, I'm going to play you 4 tracks today. Yeah, we're on episode 4 today, so we have experimented a little bit already. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, then I have done a full playlist where you can see how his guitars might have affected the tone, how pulling tubes from the amp would have affected his tone, and also in the last episode, we went through the Variac as well. Today I'm going to combine 2 things, the Echoplex Preamp and pulling tubes from my amplifier as well. That's going to be fun to do. So 4 different tracks. Yeah, or clips anyways. The track that you're about to hear has been inspired by Van Halen. The reason I do this is for the fun of actually writing in the style of Van Halen, but also so that the video doesn't get caught for copyright reasons. I just wanted to let you guys know. Alright, let's get going with this. First, we'll do it in a full mix, and later on, we will do it as isolated tracks as well, so we can hear how much of a difference this actually makes to the tone. Let's do this. Alrighty, here it is in the mix. Enjoy! Hey, if you're enjoying this episode, do me a huge favor, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell notification as well, because there are many, many more future episodes coming along, and I do not want you to miss them. I know you're going to love them. Thanks so much. Let's get back to this. Alrighty, that was really interesting. What did you think? What did you like the sound of? 4 different clips for you. Yeah. Echoplex on, Echoplex off, Echoplex with 1 tube on, Echoplex with 1 tube off. A lot to take in, but each one had its own distinct tone. So leave a comment and let me know. I would love to know your thoughts about this and which one you preferred and what you thought was closest to that first Van Halen album. Alrighty, let's listen to the isolated tracks. This is where we'll really hear what this does to the raw guitar tracks. And this time how I'll do it is to switch between the tracks so that we can really hear a comparison between this being on and off, both with both of the tubes in my 50-watt amp and just 1 tube in my 50-watt amp. Enjoy. Let's do this. Alrighty, there you go. What did you think of it? I would love to know, so leave a comment and let me know what your favorite version of the track was. 4 different versions. Now we're getting serious because we can combine things. And like I said earlier, if you haven't checked out the previous episodes, please do so, because you'll see how all these little elements just add something to the tone. But when you combine them, yeah, that's when it gets really, really interesting. And we're going to be doing more of that as the series progresses. There are a lot of episodes to come, so please do stay tuned. I also want to give a shout out to my friends over at IK Multimedia. They very kindly sent me over their brand new plugin, which is Sunset Sound Reverb 2. I've been using the first version of the plugin forever and a day, especially to dial in my whole Van Halen vibe thing, where you have the reverb on the right hand side, the guitars on the left hand side. Today I actually used it on the drums, and I also used it for the room sound of the guitar as well. The really great thing about this version of the plugin is you can actually set it to a different point in the room. So I set the points for the drums and the guitars to different places based on that photo which somebody took from the control room. I just guesstimated where the guitar amp was and the drum kit would be and placed the reverbs there. And it sounds absolutely amazing. I'm going to do a full walkthrough of that plugin in a future episode of Decoding EVH, so stay tuned for that. Alrighty folks, I hope you enjoyed listening as much as I enjoyed recording that. If you did, then please do make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, hit the bell notification as well, because there are many future episodes to come in this series. Yeah, also give the video a like and a hype, and leave your comments below. I'm really looking forward to reading them. Alrighty, it's time for my favorite version of the track. In fact, I did an extended version of this little track, which was inspired by, yeah, write your comments below. What was it inspired by? Maybe it was a big guitar? I don't know. Maybe a small guitar. Anyways, enjoy the track. I will see you really soon with another one. In the meantime, have an absolutely wonderful day. Bye for now.